Welcome back, everyone, to the smartest year ever, our quest to become the world's greatest conversationalists. My name is Gordy, and since it's History Week, I was just wondering, did you know a group of neo-Nazis once tried to overthrow a Caribbean island, and they failed before their boat even left Louisiana? Give me 5 minutes, I bet you can work this into a conversation today. Also, like and subscribe so you can keep up. I do this every single day. In 1981, a group of would-be mercenaries tried to overthrow the Caribbean island of Dominica. Their plan was to sail from Louisiana, stage a coup, and set up a criminal paradise. Instead, they never even made it out of the marina. The fiasco became known mockingly as the Bayou of Pigs. You know, a play on Bay of Pigs. The plot was called Operation Red Dog. It was hatched by a Texan named Michael Perdue, who teamed up with the ironically named Don Black, a former Ku Klux Klan Grand Wizard who would later go on to found the neo-Nazi website Stormfront. The group mixed white supremacists, mercenaries for hire, and general dumbasses, the kind of crew you'd cast if you were making a parody movie about failed coups. Their supposed ace in the hole was Patrick John, the recently deposed Prime Minister of Dominica. Huh. Him? Didn't see that one coming. And John wanted his power back, and the plotters promised they'd restore him to office. In return, they'd be free to run drugs, casinos, and shady businesses out of Dominica. It was less about ideology than it was about carving out a Caribbean crime hub. And the plan was simple, at least on paper it was. Load up weapons and ammo in Louisiana, sail them down to Dominica, storm the island, and take over. They stockpiled rifles, explosives, walkie-talkies, and for good measure, a mountain of neo-Nazi literature, because nothing says well-prepared coup like a ton of pamphlets. But I think they were just proud that they were able to read. I just didn't want to show people. Like, here's a picture of an ATF agent with all the stuff that they seized. And mind you, this guy's an agent, not one of them. Unfortunately for those doofuses, subtlety was not their strong suit. They bragged, they recruited loudly, and they were already under surveillance by the FBI and ATF. By the time they rolled up to the marina in New Orleans on April 27, 1981, the authorities were waiting. There they are in handcuffs. Can't you just see one of those guys saying, "Hayuk, hayuk"? I don't know, I feel like they're hayuk. I feel like that's the sound they're making. And the arrests were almost comical. You know, instead of storming a Caribbean capital, they were swarmed by federal agents before their boat even left the dock. Guns and Nazi leaflets were seized as evidence, and the would-be coup collapsed in a heap of embarrassment. And the press had a field day too. They nicknamed the fiasco the Bayou of Pigs, a mocking reference to the failed Bay of Pigs invasion in Cuba 2 decades earlier. But unlike that debacle, Operation Red Dog didn't even make it to foreign soil. It was all over before it even began. Several conspirators, including Don Black, were convicted and served prison time. Patrick John, back in Dominica, was also arrested and jailed for his role in the scheme. Instead of taking over a nation, the plotters ended up with felony records and ridicule. Operation Red Dog is remembered today not as a serious geopolitical crisis, but as a darkly comic episode in the history of extremist movements. It's a reminder that dangerous ideologies and criminal greed don't always add up to competence. Sometimes they just produce a headline about neo-Nazis foiled at a boat ramp. So there you have it. In 1981, a group of mercenaries tried to overthrow a Caribbean island, and they failed before they even cast off. Operation Red Dog was less a coup than it was a punchline. Go check out my sources, which can be found in the YouTube description. Give me a comment, rate, like, subscribe, follow, share this with someone who likes this sort of thing. And then go check out the short version I do of all these across social media platforms. You can find me at Smartest Year Ever for that little condensed version. And in the meantime, stay curious and stay clever on our quest to become the world's greatest conversationalists. I'll see you tomorrow for more History Week in the Smartest Year Ever.